Greetings, my fellow Mechinators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion, Episode 30, Mechpigs. Wait. Did I? Sky, you should not be sleeping there. Why aren't you sleeping here? What happened? I think because I left the map tile? Or no, because you were in the, pod. He's a careful shooter because he has no idea how to handle a gun. Yes. Careful shooter is a kind of crummy trait. It means I'd likely turn Scorpioza into a brawler as a result. Which might make sense because Pigskins already feel reduced pain. You could be a second Mechinator brawler. Yeah, that's 2 Pigskin brawlers in one colony. That's kind of what I had in mind, but like I'd leave it to a poll. Because your Mechinators tend... Because if they go down, it's a real problem, and if they die, all the mechs go feral. You want to keep your Mechinators very safe from combat. They're the most important to protect, so it makes sense to keep them out of harm's way as a result. What? Chat gets to vote on that. I don't decide. I would say that, given that it is a runaway poll, I will accept. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but if there's a join offer, it means they won't betray me. I'm gonna not resolve the prediction until they're gone, but I'm pretty sure that this is an indicator that they don't intend to betray. New recruit. You will need a bedroom. This will be your bedroom. Get out, you prisoner. You can have them betray you anyway? Oh, okay. Well, they still might then. Keep an eye out for that. Okay. Nobody minded me tox bombing that area. You still need to convert. That's true. Yeah, you do believe in Larum Drove. Let me... In 9 hours, we'll do a conversion ritual, and we'll see if we can just rush convert you. And then the other thing is... let you carry meds on you. And eventually, like, gear you up so that you're not virtually naked. With, like, a flop cap. So let me hide that pole. How many armors to make before changing priority? 1, 2, 3. Troll's been doing a pretty good job getting plasteel, though. This is not almost enough for another set of locusts. Almost. And I could also try to multitask and have... So I'll have you pulled about a secondary priority. To try to do 2 things at once. Yes. I'm fancy. Oh, God. Everybody's wearing corsets now. Yep. Because I'm not supplying them with flak vests. They're like, oh, corsets. How very confining. Well, whatever. Well, there's Scorpioza wearing his, armors. Give you a shield belt. Oh, you're already wearing a shield belt. Give you a better shield belt. I don't know why you picked the lower quality one. And this would be Ambrosia 9. Before I firebomb these guys, let me double check it for important clothing. So there's some shield belts here that I might want to pull off. Being in this area for too long is a pretty big risk to lung health. I also might want to change the stockpiles that I have. Oh, where did my gun go? I might want to change my storage back here to not include, let me pause it, not include tainted apparel at all, so that we don't haul tainted apparel off there. And then any tainted apparel that I do have, haul it here. I'll call it tainted smeltable. So this is going to be apparel that is tainted, but only the smeltable type. That way, if we strip armor that we can smelt down, like this helmet, it gets hauled right next to the smelt bench. And I don't have to micromanage it. Do we take care of the hive? No, we haven't yet, actually. But it's due for maintenance, so it's not going to spread. But I should probably take care of it. Here, I'll have the rookie do it. League of Freedom. Alright, no relatives. And it looks like we'll be doing 3 before changing priority. Are you gonna die? No, you're not gonna die. Alright, hive's gone. Vote for a secondary priority. So while I make the 3 locust armor, what else should I try to work on? I've got to say, these prisoners have quite the bedroom suites. Because these are where we were trying to recruit them from. Those bedrooms are nice. I'm like, almost jealous. So Klein, I think, is about to finish... Oh, really? You're fighting... Again, you're fighting my... juiced up... hussar monster. They'll never learn. And you popped a character message. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, yeah, I can drop that. Scorpio. AR. Done. So we're making 2 more. Oh, that's a really weird place to take temp clothing, but okay. I think I'm going to give this to our dear leader. He also has an ascending lance, so that makes him very effective in taking down mech bosses. We'll even color the lance. Sweet. I already have enough material to start doing the second one. Klein's making it. That works for me. It's actually a really good way to get his crafting higher level. Except for he's currently starving. It's kind of annoying when you interrupt the fabrication process, because you then have to put everything back. And Bryce, I'm going to have to wake you up so that we can do some trade. So, jellies I will sell. Plasteel I will buy. I really wish they had regular steel. There's a gene reimplanter for green skin. Interesting. A skill trainer of medical I'm going to buy, because I don't have a second doctor and I really need to work on that. And then I will sell the reinforced barrels. And maybe the incendiary. Okay. I'm even going to sell some of the packaged meals just because robots make them and I don't have to worry about that. All right. Good. So this is armor number 2. I'm going to let Klein actually have some sleep. And it seems to me like you guys want me to quest. I don't think I need to ask what quest, but I will. Alright, so we got mech lair, temp sites. Yeah, just those two, right? Mech lair or temp sites. Between those two options, which would you prefer? There is a temp site of silver, which is not a terrible temp site to hit. But I doubt that that's going to be the winning option here. So, Mitch, your genes are regrowing. I have bad news for you. We're gonna kill you. I should also soft scan as well. So maybe I'll soft scan Winnetot, who tried to doomsday launch me. That seems fitting. Building a supply of high cores so that I can make some high core fun stuff. Why are you feeding him? I'm about to scan his brain. Insert win. The amount of dirt they are producing in that spot is ridiculous. Please leave. Get his knee spike? Wins? I actually don't care for knee spikes. The implantable melee weapons for ranged people can be a benefit, but for meleeers, it's actually a DPS debuff. And you're better off not doing it as a result. Maybe you didn't know that, but 'tis true. I am also running out of steel in order to make more stuff. So I'm going to move this deep drill next time Turtle goes over there and finishes the node of 98% and head down to a steel spot. So you guys want the mech lair? I might just do a quick run clearing out the mech lair. Sending like just a micro crew to get it done quick. So I'll queue that up. I'll probably send... Maybe I'll send Klein, a robot, and one of the shooters. Now I'll take his knee spike just to sell, I guess. Although sending Klein means that one of the locus armors will have to wait. So I'll have Diamond start up on a second locus armor, so that they're running in parallel. I missed a puppy treat. That I did. Hey, bud. Another thing that I meant to do, and I hadn't done yet, is let's do a big conversion for Scorpio. Because if I refer back to the rules here... Oops, that was quick. They must convert before joining. So if this conversion ritual doesn't work, Scorpio will have to be briefly imprisoned before formally joining. Move it, Tannering. Go build that wall. And I also, yeah, need to vasectomy him as well. You're right. Ah, shucks. Okay. Don't do it then. Masterful. Oh, that's good. You're Rebel Legion through and through. Lucky you, you don't have to go to the prison. That was quick. Oh, you can't see anything. Sorry about that. The Winnetot escaped and was immediately beam grazed by the robots. All right, so Scorpio masterfully converted, and now I just have to do the old vasectomy. I think actually it's being done now. By whom? I'm not sure. By Shield? Oh, okay. The paramedic bot will do it. Next question. Well, let me get out to the facility first before polling for that. Centurion, man, takes so long. So long. Hey, Raw. Thank you for the resub, man. Welcome. How's it going? How are you enjoying the PZ updates? I haven't played PZ in a bit since the latest updates. So I've kind of glanced at the patch notes, but don't know too much about it. And I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging out. Murdering people on rip scanners. You know, typical RimWorld things. Oh, there goes another one. I'd feel bad if they didn't show up here to try to murder me. It's not like they don't have it coming. So in the morning, I will send Klein and I'll send the well, no. If I send the Diabolus, that's a bit of an issue. I will send Scorpio. No, because you're going to be woozy for a day. And also, I probably ought to make bionic legs for you as well, at least one. So maybe foxes. Foxes and... Tarmarin to go in? How long until they betray? Well, I predicted that they wouldn't. And they're here for 2 more days. 2.5. They still could. But if I entered the prediction, I would have said no. So once these guys are done with their scanning sickness, I will rip scan them one last time. So Tar, once you're done eating, you and Foxes are going to head out. And I think what I'll do is I'll just have them caravan walk back. How long is the round trip? Let's see. A day and a half? Okay, that's fine. So, 2 pods. Tar, Fox. I'll bring the pemmican. And some herbal. Mechanators can share and trade mechs, yes. Well, not share, but they can exchange which ones they control. So, like, for instance, if I wanted Scorpio to control all of the non-combat mechs, I can have Klein disconnect from them, and then Scorpio, if Scorpio is to become the next Mechanator, and again, I would pull for it, reconnect to them to free up bandwidth for Klein. Also, it's worth noting that it's entirely possible to expand your bandwidth a lot by building a bunch of bandwidth nodes. The reason I haven't is bandwidth nodes, if you have extended periods of no power, have your robots kind of go AWOL and maybe berserk. So it's not that much of a threat, but like I just haven't done it out of personal preference. Maybe I'll change my mind at some point. All right, so I have 4.4 days to clear out this facility before raids show up. So first things first, Tar and Fox. Probably way more food than I needed. That's okay. Let's get down to the facility. Even though the doors are open, well, this one's easy. Oh, I saw someone move around in there. That was kind of spooky. Oh, I asked if it would be allowed to bring selected mechs on mission. No, you would not be able to control them. You need, they wouldn't go feral or anything, but they wouldn't be useful. As useful as they should be. Plus, if you're not transport podding them home, they can't recharge or be repaired. So one of the big problems with bringing mechs if you don't have a Mechanator is if they get damaged or destroyed, there's nothing to do. Like if they get damaged, they're just damaged. Only Mechanators can repair mechs. So it's, in my opinion, not that wise to bring them unless a Mechanator's present, because otherwise they're just kind of a unhealable, unrepairable liability. Was it a squirrel? It is a squirrel. Alright, okay, bye. Just gonna blow up on fire. I'll just trigger it. Alright, get out. And then Foxes, you have fire foam. Really? Why'd you use this door? My goodness, just go in. See? It's one of the reasons why I brought Foxes. I'm smart. too bad I don't intend to strip up the carpets, because there's a lot of carpet here. I want to poke around a little bit more, because I can leave whenever I want to leave. Have you ever had more than one mech? You mean Mechanator? If you're gonna ask a question, make sure like I can make sense of the question without having to have follow-up questions, so that I can actually answer your questions. You know, maybe I actually don't really care about what else is in this facility. So I don't think there's going to be, like, much wealth other than the mech link. Probably just mechs. Yeah, see, just hiding mechs. Alright, let's bounce. We have 6 days of food, so they'll be fine. Question to all of you. Who should become the next Mechanator? We've got Bryce. And Diamond. Let me blow this up so I can type them quick. Peter. Sky. Turtle. Scorpio. Or Tamarin. Okay, you vote. And if you're wondering, Foxes was not included because Foxes cannot become one. Foxes is cyclically deaf. And cyclically deaf people are not eligible to implant mech links. Is your scanning sickness gone? Nope. No! I accidentally converted L crabs. Oh well. One more believing in our hoodoo. Works for me. I am desperately trying to get our steel quantities up. Let me try to call in a bulk goods trader. Redrop grow zones, another pump's nearly done. I was actually just removing the mud. I wasn't intending to farm more. I just wanted it mud free. I know that seems odd, but that was always my goal. Alright, here is armor number 2. We don't have artists? No, we do not. And Scorpio literally can't do art. Monkey children cannot be artists. I don't really know what that rat was doing. Just hanging out, I suspect. Ew. I should have burned these corpses. Let me set up a dumping stockpile for rotted creature corpses. So, animal, rotten. Just call them corpses. I don't have anyone with a burning passion in medicine to use the medical trainer, no. No one is even, like, decently fit. The temporary refugees have passions, but none of my own people. Wow, Phoenix, you are just having a bad life. I disallowed rotten? Oh, let me undo. Yeah, that I did. Inverse. I suspect if we ever have another infestation, I might as well just set the cables back up in here. Because the cables were the fuel that made it very easy to deal with. And there is Locust Armor number 2 somewhere. Yep, there it goes. And an orbital bulkage trader. Oh, even better. I'm going to be able to buy a lot of steel off this. Wouldn't barricades be better fuel? I mean, yeah, it would, but it takes a long time to set up a lot of barricades because they're terrain blockers. So if I just want to set them up quickly, and it worked, right? Like we already saw it working in practice. So we've already well established that it is highly functional. So why change it? The problem with setting up barricades is then you have to crawl over the barricades to continue building them, and that becomes quite annoying. I'm going to sell meat because I can just hunt, and that will work. I'll also sell the pack of survival meals. So we're buying steel, plasteel, and selling everything else. I'm actually not going to sell the pack of survival meals because I'm actually relatively low on vegetables, and replacing them would be expensive. I plan on holding onto that jade in case I want to expand ritual rooms or something like that. I don't need to get rid of them just yet. I could have sold wood, because I have a lot of extra. But it makes more sense to process the wood into chem fuel and sell chem fuel if I wanted to do that route. Alright, it looks like, Scorpio, you are going to become our next Mechanator. So, awesome. They're home just a little over half a day. And let's get some queued hunting going. I'll hunt the Bomalopes. Timer for refugees is 1 day. In like 2 hours. And the Centurion only has a little bit of gestation left, maybe about a day and a half, or 2 days left. How much wealth does the wood contribute? Not very much. I mean, wood is market value is pretty low. So even though I have 3,000 of it, it's contributing, I don't know, 3,000, a little over 3,000 colony value. So if we take a look at the graph here, that's 1,000th of the colony's value, or a little bit more than that, but it's not much. That is a filthy kitchen. I know that Psychic tea can't be tea poisoned, but that kitchen is disgusting. I also need to remember to sell the Hemogen packs to whomever wants to buy them. I have the supplies for the meds. Yeah, I haven't queued them up. Let's get them going. Say to 75. And then when we make them, drop them on the floor. So now that the last Locust armor is in progress, I will pull you all about new priorities. And to answer your question, 1057, why do I shoot the walls instead of using the doors? If you use the doors and one of those fuel nodes goes off, the facility becomes fatally hot. But if you break the walls, then the rooms are no longer rooms. The rooms are now outdoors, so if you have a fire, it doesn't become 1,000,000 degrees indoors and kill you. Always, always break walls in ancient complexes, or you might die. You might turn the room into 1,000 degrees and cook yourself. So you never ever see me using doors in ancient complexes. Also, if you need to flee, opening a granite door takes a long time. So if you have, like, let's say a centipede blaster shooting at you, you can exit a broken wall instantly. A granite door, you might actually die trying to open the door in time. That's yet another reason why I bust holes in and yeah. I'll work on xenogenes is the leading. Copy that. So there's many reasons why I don't take the doors. And complete. We have a Centurion. That means we'll have a giveaway for said Centurion. Here's the timer up top. And good luck. Oh, no, I just screwed it up. Okay. I'm going to reset the timer because technically, if you think you are eligible, I refreshed the page. So where's the mech link? It's somewhere in here. All right, how about this? Yeah, no, I don't have to go finding it. So here's the Centurion. This thing doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has a shield, built-in shield bubble. I wouldn't say it's actually particularly that strong of a shield bubble. It only takes a few shots for the shield bubble to collapse, but it's a few shots that aren't, hitting you instead. So that part's nice. And then once we have a second mechanator, it will be possible to shift command of some of the mechs to free up bandwidth, so we can look to do that. Also, if I wanted to do, where is it? A AirWire headset or array headset. The array headset doesn't require mech parts, and it does give 6 bandwidth. The Airwire is what, only 3 bandwidth, I think? Yeah. So the array headset would be something that we could make for Scorpio to be able to control more mechs. And then we could also do a control pack as well, if we're not worried about a shield belt. And that's, oh no, not a control pack, because I don't need control groups. Bandwidth pack requires, okay, so it would just be the array headset. So yeah, we'll get array headset out. Make that with, Klein. The idea was to give non-combat to Scorpio, at least for now, allowing Klein to be the combat mech controller. Definitely. And there's Mechlink. And here's proof that Hussars cannot become Mechanators. Psychically deaf. Okay, you have a bandwidth of 6. So here's how to control it. If we wanted, like, let's say, Seville to shift control, I just right-click and go disconnect from Seville, and then go over to Scorpio and says, take control over Seville, and it will shift the controller. Also, I got a Constructoid for freebies. I'm actually going to permanently dismantle this Constructoid, because I don't need 2 Constructor bots. But whenever you become a Mechanator, you're given a freebie. So who else to shift over? Klein will shift Kirby. Come on. Disconnect. Tedora. Shield. And they will stay in this sort of uncontrolled state for a while before potentially joining up with the mech faction. So what ends up happening if you disconnect for too long, they'll end up joining the mech hive and become actually hostile. But it does take a while. It typically does not happen within a solar flare, unless it's like a very, very, very long solar flare, if you have mech nodes. So if you're trying to expand your bandwidth by doing band nodes, there is a small chance that a really long solar flare will cause mechs to go feral, but not super likely. So make 3 Locust Armor and work on xenogenes. So I'll have to take a look at what I can assemble. There we go. So group 1 is going to be recharge, group 2 is going to be work. So let me set Scorpio's work groups up correctly. And then Vice and Tannering need to be... Oh, and Dexter, too, need to be switched back over. Hey, Klein, you're going to need to make the... Oh, you already made the array headset. Oh, okay. Wow, you're already on top of it. Let's move the array headset over. And then Klein, disconnect from Dexter. And from Tannering. And not from Vice yet, because Scorpio doesn't have the bandwidth for Vice. Couldn't you just shut them down if the power goes out? You can't shut down mechs. You can destroy them or disconnect. There is no, like, turn off. So if you're worried about them going feral, you could permanently disassemble them, but there's no like shutting them down. It's either not control them or break them. There's no in between. And refugees are leaving. They said that they won't forget what we've done. So if I had joined the prediction, I would have been right. They did not betray me. Okay, now Scorpio has the bandwidth for Vice. Because Vice is the last non-combat. And the raffle timer. Going to Steel Boot. I'm going to have a Centurion named Steel Boot. Works for me. It also frees up a lot of bandwidth. So Klein, disconnect. And Scorpio now really does look like a streamer with like VR goggles. Living up to that name. That means Klein has a whole lot of freed up bandwidth. But you guys didn't vote for me to gestate more? But I'm probably going to gestate more anyway. You had voted for me to work on xenogenes, but let me queue up gestations, because gestations take so long. So what should I gestate? Pikeman, Scorcher, Scyther. I have a lot of typing to do. Tunneler, Lancer, Tesseron. Legionary, Centipede, Gunner, Blaster, Burner. And that is the list, because Daedalus, Centurion, and War Queen all require parts I do not have. Or, I'm going to do Special Mech in the list here, which would be save the bandwidth for one of these special bosses. So, there it is. So if you want me to have like a War Queen or another Daedalus or another Centurion, vote for 12. Or 11, rather. So there's the list. Xenogenes. Let me look at combining. I could give... So I had previously thought about trying to have Turtle become faster, and I think that's what I'm going to work on first. So if I mix very fast runner with poor animals and aggressive, I could make Turtle faster without a too crazy metabolic efficiency. I'm going to see if fast runner, poor animals is going to be enough to stay within the metabolic efficiency. It might be. And if not, I'll just reassemble a better copy. Oh, the Boomalopes want the prize. I bet the Boomalopes lose. Boomalopes are losing so bad. Yeah, I could have done Cyclically Doll. That would be a really good way to get... Hey, actually, let me cancel that Xenogerm and add Doll, because there's no penalty to adding Cyclic Doll. Good call. Give him a little turtle-looking head. Start combining. Figure it's already raining. Not like these boomlopes are going to be able to burn themselves up. I might need to help Civil out cooking-wise. So, Peter, I'm going to allow any worker to do the butchering, because we're running out of even places to put the corpses. So Diamond and Peter will help. Alright, you guys want me to save up for special mechs. Got it! What special mech? Thank you for watching We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.